What's going on, chat? Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Before we hop onto the charts, make sure you read what's on the screen. There we go. Trading's risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I certainly do not provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do here or anywhere else is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. Let's hop onto the charts, see what we got rolling this morning. Let's see. We are taking a look at ES here on the Project X platform. Trading top 1 futures. We got a 7-pack of straight to sim funded pro accounts that we are looking to continue to do some work on here. Let me make sure stream is looking good. Let's see. What's up, chat? What is going on? Good morning. Welcome back to the show, everybody. What's up, Wolf? What's up, Scott? What's up, y'all from YouTube? What's up, Kick? What's up, X? Are we streaming on X? Let's double check and see. Are we streaming on X real quick before we hop into this? Yeah, we're looking good. We're We're live here, peeps. Nice. Cool. All right. Let's get scrolled out here. Let's see how we're looking. See how we are looking here. About to come into some liquidity on NQ right there. That's pretty heavy. And ES. We got some sellers. All right. That's enough of that. Let's jump out to the daily. Let's take a look. Appreciate you guys hopping on this beautiful Tuesday, August 5th. Got a little bit of news coming up at 10. We'll take a look at that in a moment as well. But let's start out on the daily. Let's take a look at this chart. Let's get some analysis rolling, get warmed up. 9:37, markets open, NYSE open. We're ready to roll. Big bullish bar yesterday, right? Let's just start from the beginning. Let's zoom out, right? Huge push, really ripping to all-time highs off of these April lows. We got some tariff talk up here, got a little bit of choppiness, quite a bit that was coming into the end of last month. But we got some consolidation before that, a nice leg to the upside, and then a couple of the worst days that we've seen in a couple months, right? If you just look back through the daily chart, that Friday is a gnarly day to the downside. And then what did we get yesterday? Big push to the upside. Nice rally, right back up to the top end above this area consolidation. Top end of this area right here, right back above Friday's high this morning, this overnight low that we put in, cracking above yesterday's high as well. So do we chop around up here? Do we continue this drive? Do we pull back and kind of sweep lows, come back down, test this area, and then just blast off? Is that the game plan? Are we going to continue this move lower? Is this a, continuation to the downside, pull back up? I don't know that we see a huge extension either way. You got, everybody and their mother calling for one direction or the other. Sell all your stocks, the sell-off's in, rest in peace bull market. You got people saying, nope, this is going to be a huge rally. Get ready for the movement back up to the upside. I think we could chop a little bit up here. I think this could get interesting. For right now, right off the bat, back down here onto the 1-minute chart, just so we can take a look at what we got going on, right? Big bullish push yesterday to the upside, and then we just kind of started that grind after the open. Really didn't get the sell-off that I was trading for. We got a push into the close. Choppy overnight session here, sweeping above prior day high right here. We got our overnight high put in up here. I'd be interested in some reversion style trades. Take a wild guess why. It's the same thing that I do every damn day. Basic back to VWAP reversion style trading. So let's take a look and see what we got loaded up on Bookmap as well. Interesting level up above price is the 6400s all the way up here. We got 336 on the book for ES, talking about resting buy and sell orders, liquidity, right? Not guessing where liquidity is because we use order flow, right? You don't have to guess where liquidity is in the market if you use an order flow tool that shows you where it is. So to the upside, that's kind of interesting. Right above price, right at prior day high, we have a huge stack of orders. 1060, 1061 sitting right here at prior day high. Looks like it just came on. Maybe we go to fill that. But the only real standout stack of orders is going to be all the way up here. Now, I'm not going to wait for this, but I'm going to mark it on my chart. It's worth noting. Maybe we go like purple on that one. 6,400 got a nice stack of orders. If I scroll out even farther than that, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. We've got, again, a nice stack of orders right here. 1060s, 63.75. We got some nice orders all the way back up here. And then the 80s right above overnight high. So I could see a potential reversion after sweeping overnight high, maybe back down towards VWAP. That's probably what I'm going to be looking for the first trade of the day. Conversely, we sell off. We sweep down below this overnight low level. I could see it long, maybe. Yeah, that might be asking a lot out of the market. Maybe off of like the 45s. I like this area down here where we popped up and consolidated yesterday. 45s, 40s. I'd have to take a look and see what happens if we started to sell off. So let me just pull up one more screen here. But appreciate you guys hopping on. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. Welcome back. Started out with an L. Started my week out with an L yesterday. Let's see if we can't bounce back on that bad boy. Yeah, so let's see how this starts to open up. 9:42 a.m. Getting into that 15-minute time frame for the open. Interested to see where we go from here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Chopping right back at VWAP for the time being, though. Let's see. Let's see what we got rolling here. Yeah, I'm going to let this thing open up. Again, we're right back to VWAP. I unfortunately, I missed a beautiful short. Let me watch what MNQ is doing. Yep. That would have been a full profit day. Would have been like $1,000 across 3 different accounts. Would have been 3K. I'm going to show you guys this. I showed it in Discord, but I'm going to see if I can't load this up. Hang on one second. Yeah, we're going to look at this together. Check this out, guys. So this is MNQ, right? I had my classic pre-market trading, right? I talk about this often. I trade MNQ or NQ pre-market, whatever it is. I've been doing that in the 50K accounts. I had a limit order set right above this high, right? Limit order sell. Guess where my limit order was set? 23,404.25 to the tick, right? And I even took a screenshot. Here is my limit sell. I even took a screenshot so you guys could see of the order that was placed. You could hop in Discord because I shared it in Discord. So you knew that this move didn't happen. And then I was like, oh, I threw a limit sell there. No, because when you enter a trade, your order, that order for a limit sell, whether it fills or not, is tagged with the exact time and price that you enter it. So I have that. This was how my morning started off. And if you can see, we traded all the way through overnight low. This isn't a Project X issue. I heard someone in my Discord commented, I think Ash said Project X been taking some heat. This isn't a Project X issue. The market just did not trade to fill my order. But that's the game of inches that we're playing. Unfortunately, I've had a lot of these. I've had a lot of these recently. It's just part of it, right? I don't have some exact objective way that I'm entering. That order for limit sell could have been, a point or two up or below. That on another day or an earlier version of me would have definitely sent me spiraling on tilt and or diving into conspiracy theories as to how that can possibly happen. How the market makers are out to get me and they know exactly where my order is and they didn't want to fill it and then they moved in the direction of my trade, all that fun stuff. But this was my morning. This was my limit sell. right above this overnight high level. Unfortunately, didn't fill. Not a bad thing to look at because these are the simple trades that have been getting me paid in pre-market. Again, as you can see where MNQ traded all the way down to. Very simple, back to VWAP style, back to grab liquidity. Sweep of overnight low. Look at that for a pop to the upside. Really, really, really simple stuff here on the U.S. indices. Works very well. Does it work very well every day? No. I mean, look at that, right? Look at that huge pop yesterday. We didn't get any kind of rejection or reaction off of this level over here, right? Even up here, we just continued to drive higher. So not every day, right? But maybe enough to be dangerous. But that was my morning. Super duper frustrating. What happens? It's part of the. We are trading on ES back to prior day high. It's part of the game. You're gonna take those really frustrating misses, just by literally a tick, right? If that had traded and brought the spread over to fill that would have been a really nice full profit day. But it happens. It's part of the game. So let's take a look and see what today's got for us. For me, first trade ideas are going to be sweep of this overnight high level. This just came a little bit early, right? This is right off the open for ES. I don't get involved right off the the first 10 minutes, first 15 minutes of the open. That would have been nice on another day. Maybe that happens, now, 9:45, something along those lines. Sweep of overnight high for a back to VWAP style trade. Yeah, that wouldn't have been too bad. Back towards prior day high. So let's see. Do we come back down through these 63.50s? Do we come back up, trade through these 63.70s? 63.80s maybe up here. I'm going to look to fade that either way, right? I'm going to look to short a pop to the upside or potentially look for a buy off of these lows. But chat, I appreciate you hopping on. Good morning, Carlos. What's up? Let's get it. What is going on, everybody? Scott Wolf, what's happening? You guys are chatting it up. Royal Freshness. What do you see for orders on NQ? We can look at book that together in just a minute. Christy, good morning. David, good morning. AVS, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Had a perfect trade and Donnie ruined it. Yeah. Conspiracy. Yep. Morning. Yeah, man. Listen, the market's going to do whatever it's going to do, right? There is fundamentals that come into play. I try not to allot too much time and energy into, all of the fundamentals that are taking place and, what somebody is saying or not saying and how that's going to impact the market. I try to take a look at, what we have coming up for financial news events, scheduled, news events, scheduled fundamental drivers, right? And then just trade the market from a very technical point of view in between all that. But for now, taking a look at what we have for news, since we were just talking about it, let's pull up this screen. There's your boy Donnie right there. We've got, this is not about him. This is about financial news for the week. We've got Trump yapping this morning, right? Here was the 8 a.m. 10 a.m. we have red folder news. This isn't a crazy one. This is ISM Services PMI. Nothing crazy. Traditionally, this is not like an FOMC, NFP, unemployment, type of deal. Nothing crazy tomorrow. 10-year bond auction, nothing really crazy. Thursday, we got some more red folder, but a much calmer week than last week, right? With FOMC and NFP. So nothing too much to worry about there. 10 a.m. we do have to take a look at that today. Watch how that starts to play out. If I don't have a trade on, which maybe we pop up here and I get something on pretty quickly. But if we don't have a trade on, I'm going to look to hang out without a trade on if I can. Kind of just wait for this market to start to open up. Good morning. What's up, boys? I blame everything on Trump. I'm usually correct. Yeah. Listen, Trump markets are tough, man. Jeremy, what's up? Good morning. Yeah. I wish my stop missed like that. Stops never miss that way. So sad. It's definitely a conspiracy. Enigma knows what's happening and avoiding certain fills. Yep. Yeah, there's the conspiracy, Wolf. That's it, guys. Market makers are out to get us. They're watching the stream, right? They're gonna kidnap me. Yeah, all of that stuff. Back to VWAP on this one. You know what you say. Back to VWAP on this one. Let's see how this starts to open up. Again, do we come back down and sweep this low? I'm interested long. We come back up and sweep that overnight high. I'm interested short. I do think this all the way up here could be interesting today. I don't know if we climb. Really don't know if we climb, but this looks like we might be waiting for this red folder news to come and move the market around a little bit. Again, selling off. Yeah, all the way down, all the way down here, into the 50s. I could see a wick down here, potentially for a long entry. 63.50. I like that for a nice round psychological number. That was a beautiful trade from Friday. I will throw a ray on that. Here's the idea for you visual learners. Trade idea number 1. Trade idea number 2. Very simple, right? From the extremes, back to VWAP, back to areas of high volume, fading the initial movement, looking hopefully in the direction of the overall trend. I'd prefer to get long on this. Shorts just continue to not pay me. My win rate, if you review stats, right, across accounts, just across multiple accounts, my win rate on longs versus my win rate on shorts, the difference between that delta is incredible. Absolutely incredible. The data supports me never hitting the sell button. It really does. Over the last couple months, right? I mean, obviously, it's easy to say that now. What would have worked better, right? From here to here. Taking shorts or taking longs in general, intraday, right? Taking longs. Take a look at all the nice white, aka green bars on the chart. So, I try not to get skewed, right? Because what would have worked better here, right? Especially right in here. Shorts, right? So, but for the most part on U.S. indices, if you scroll out long enough, you're going to see that nice uptrend. But, man, my last couple months of data, just reviewing day in and day out, week in, week out, the shorts are absolutely not paying me. Horrible. I catch a really nice cliff every once in a while. This morning would have been a really nice play. But, man, waiting to look to buy a dip would have just been very beautiful. Again, even something like yesterday, right? I had to take the L on shorts. Unfortunately, was red across accounts all day yesterday. Nothing crazy, right? Still outweighing those with some nice W's. If you just look at the $477 L versus the $1,200 L W from Friday. But, yeah, pressing that sell button is dicey right now. Dicey. So, let's see if we continue to open up to the upside. Let's see what we get here. See you guys laughing in the chat, talking about Enigma, whatever the hell that is. They're just trolling, guys. That's like the smart money concepts jokes. Johnny, what's up? Good morning. Cali Trader, what's up? I'll tell you, last night Asia market was crap. Couldn't find any good setups. Overtraded 15 times, minus $11. I feel you. Thinking of staying out of trading Asian markets for a while. Yeah, these market, the different sessions are very different, right? Asia is traditionally very slow grind, choppy, nothing too crazy. London, you get a little bit more volatility, but I think you really got to become a specialist, right? There are traders that trade around the clock, but I don't know that many of them that do well consistently outside of just the prop firm, sim farming boys that just are constantly throwing orders all over the place. I don't know many that do really well trading all of the time, always. I just don't see that so much, right? It's usually the guys that are immediately long or short at market open, and then also they have trades in the middle of the night and then into the afternoon and power hour. I don't know. So anyway, we got about 5 minutes, guys, until Red Folder News. Looks going to be hanging out for this one. Letting this market start to open up. And friendly reminder, while we are hanging here. Oh, no, that's my screenshot. We don't need that. It's Funded Frenzy Week. We've got accounts to get given away every single day on these live streams. I know that's why so many of you are here, because we got so many viewers, again, across socials. Yesterday was a big day. Big across Kick, X, YouTube. But that's coming up later on the stream. We'll be getting somebody funded with a straight to Funded Pro account. If you guys want 5 times entries. Kick subscribers get 5 times entries to every day of these giveaways. If you guys go ahead over to Kick and subscribe, you can check that out. If you just want to check out Top 1 Futures, code RDF. I got a really crazy rainbow colored one to grab everybody's attention. End of summer sale, summer smash sale, whatever they want to call this. 55% off through the rest of this week. Code RDF is getting you 55% off all accounts, including the instant funded accounts. No intraday trailing drawdown, no challenge, no activation fee, directly into a funded account. Take a look at this stuff, compare it for yourself, and decide if it's something that you want to take a look at. And on that note, guys, as we're getting ready for this red folder news in about 5 minutes, I'll be right back. Going to grab a drink. All right, guys, we're back in action. How did Chair do? Chair's not too good at opening trades. He usually does hold trades, though. He's a holder. Let's see. Got about 30 seconds to red folder news, guys. We'll see what we got. Still waiting is the mask. It's the mask of the guy from Scary Movie. I've been snoozing and losing lately. Chair's face is a ski mask. Yeah, Chair robs the market. Chair, take a short, 50 lot short now. You guys are funny. You guys are mad funny. I tried. Yeah, Chair couldn't listen. Whoa, look at that. And we got a little bit of lag. Who said 50 lot short now? Chair, take a short. You guys were spot on with that one. We got some big volatility coming into the markets. Had some lag there on Project X. That was pretty ugly as well. Didn't go and grab those 350s, but a lot of volatility to the downside. You guys were spot on with the shorts. Very good call out for you in chat that were looking short on that one. Nice. Let's see what we get. Again, this is why I don't like to be in a trade during news unless you are a news-driven trader, right? Where either you're going to say, okay, initial reaction, 40 seconds in, I'm going to start trading in that direction. I'm going to look for shorts. We're going to go and sweep that low, or I'm going to fade this movement, stop loss right below that. I think we're coming right back up through the high. Usually it's either a fade the news, exhaustion style, or a continuation momentum style of trading that people, that I see people utilize on news like this, trading the aftershock or, whatever it is. But not really my MO. I don't mind entering near news, but I'd prefer not to just be YOLOing into news. Doesn't really work too well for me. Maybe it works very well for you guys. I don't know. So let's see. Let's see what the market's got for us. Yeah, continuation wouldn't have played too nice so far. Pulled all the way back up on that one. Yeah, just under 10 points off the low. Crazy. 817 lot order to sell just hit. Yep. We're looking at the same thing. Kobe right off the 70s, 63.70s. We got quite a bit up there at 73 again. It's up above yesterday's high. All the way up here, actually, up above session highs as well. Here we go, coming lower down towards the 50s. Yeah, guys, I do like this long. We would have to come and clear out these 50s. I don't know that I would jump right into this. I really don't know that I would jump right into this. Would be considering a long down between like the 50s and the 45s. We got a really nice reaction, really close to that level. We come back up on this, potentially a continuation trade, like back through VWAP, back towards prior day high, back towards overnight high. I could see something like that. But this news is going to make it tricky. Just jumped out to the 15-minute chart. Take a look. Interesting structure we're going to get the trade off of now. Let's take a look at NQ real quick. Yeah, similar movement out of NQ. Ooh, gap in Project X. Is that on other platforms? Just out of curiosity. This is on MNQ. Let's look at NQ on no, it doesn't display on NQ. I wonder if it displays on NQ here. Just out of curiosity. No, it doesn't. Interesting. I want to see if that displays on... Oh, it does display. Yeah. Physical gap on MNQ. If I look at it from CME data through TradingView. Interesting. All right, let's see if we got some continuation out of this market to the downside or if we are going to pop here right back up. I'm looking long on this bad boy. I wouldn't mind it. I needed to come through the 50s. Maybe a little bit lower, man. This area down here could be dicey. The 45s, the 35s, this could be a dicey spot. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to jump in right here. I'm going to wait for that to fill. If it does, wait for some continuation and then for buyers to start to step back in. So far, looking on Bookmap, the 50s have 175 on the book. Here, let me drag Bookmap right over, because we can just drag and drop stuff over here now that we're streaming from OBS. Bookmap, my favorite order flow tool. I'll just overlay this for a minute. Looking at the 50s, right? Here's where I got a line drawn. We have 178 on the book right down there. 45s also could be a problem. Not going to take it off the 50s. Not right below this low. I'm going to have to wait for a pullback a little bit further. Like I said, all the way down to the 35s could be a problem. I'd consider this coming down through the 45s aggressively long, but I'm going to need to stop past this. I would need to allow for it to come all the way down here, because I wouldn't want to be long. I wouldn't want to be out of a long down here. This would still look good. So it's not great structure. Not really great risk structure for me. If you don't know what this is Bookmap, my favorite order flow tool. We are looking at live liquidity in the market. You can view this on a DOM. You can view this a number of different ways with live Level 2 data, right? Full depth of market. Let's take a look at your traditional DOM. Maybe it's on Trade-O-Vate or Motive Wave or whatever platform you're trading on. So here we go through the 50s. Not a stupidly low cumulative volume delta. That's my really technical term. Not a stupidly low CVD down there in the bottom right-hand side and across the bottom of the chart. That is displaying the difference in buy and sell volume as price continues to trade, as volume has continued to be traded. We're taking the 50s right now. I'm going to look for the 45s, guys. I'm going to look for the 45s. Ooh, got some momentum coming off of those. Got some momentum coming off the 50s right here. Ooh. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Interesting. Interesting to watch this. Make sure my VWAP is set. Yeah, I was waiting for a little bit more of a push down, a little bit more volume and liquidity down below, but that's a nice entry right off of those 50s. Dang. Let's take a look and see what we get down here. Didn't get a crazy jump in CVD, but we really didn't continue to drop off. Not ripping to the upside just yet. Let's see, chat. What do we think? Let me know in chat. You guys on Kick, you guys on YouTube, let me know what you think. You guys looking long on this off these 50s? This is an interesting spot. Buyer stepping in here again. I'm waiting. I'm going to be waiting on this one. I don't know if that's all we do here. I want to see if we crack a little bit lower. We got a lot getting involved here on Bookmap. For those of you guys that read order flow that look at the DOM, we now have almost 1,000, like 963 that just came on right above price, right at 63.57, right near that overnight low level. We got a nice stack of buyers that came on right at the 63.50s again. We didn't go and grab that. I'm tempted long on this from down here because we got a nice stack of orders all the way up here. I think we're going to go fill all of this. I think we're coming up through the 80s today. I really do. I'm making noises here because it's close. It's close to my entry, but I got to wait for my 45s. I had the 50s marked, right, as we start to come lower. Watching orders stack up down here, 100 on the book down here, just a couple points away. You know, that's really my entry. Really my entry, man. And again, I've been having a lot. Unfortunately, like the missed by a point, missed by a tick style stuff, it's enough to send you for a loop. It really is. But I try to do what I can to stay patient and not just do anything crazy. So going to stay patient, chat, but let me know what you guys think. I'm always interested to hear, right? Not that I take it into much consideration for my own trading, but I'm always interested to hear. All right, on Kick, we got Old One, what's up? Saying long. We got Carlos saying short. We got, I know it sounds crazy, but anything can happen. Yep. By the way, if anyone else wants to know, Enigma does pay me $199 a month. Yep. Yeah, don't do that, guys. You don't need to do that. I think maybe short back to 63.92. Insane Football says long. Kobe is long. Maybe entry right in the low 40s, so I can be out before liquidity at the 57s. Stop loss below 35s. Okay, I'm thinking short. Maybe short back down to 63.92. Yeah, you know, so far this is back down to this area looking weak, right? You know, there's kind of two ways to view the market, I think. Two general, if you had to classify everything into two styles, I think that would be extremely hard to do. But if you had to create two huge camps, right, for intraday trading specifically, or even swing trading, right, the entry style and the thought process is either a continuation style with the trend, or a reversal style against the immediate trend, right? Now, it's very hard to do that, to classify that, because what trend, right? The 1 minute trend, the 15-minute trend, the monthly trend, you know, all of this stuff, you know, who designates what a trend is, right? Or where a reversal point is. You could say we're in an uptrend on a higher time frame, a downtrend on a lower time frame, a downtrend on a lower time frame, consolidating on a medium time frame. But I think in general, looking at this price action right here, right? I think there's going to be a camp that says, okay, we sold off back through VWAP. We bounced at the open. Sellers took it lower on news. Now we're back down towards these lows. I'm going to trade for a continuation through these lows all the way down to the, you know, whatever lower price level. I think we're going to continue lower. That's my my thought process here. Maybe reversal style. You're waiting for some liquidity to be taken. You're waiting for a key level to be hit. You say, yes, we traded down to this level, but we've consolidated overnight. We're in an uptrend. If I zoom out past the last couple days of price action, I'm looking for that to continue to the upside. I'm looking for a reversal on this lower time frame. That's my entry. Maybe you're with a trend, maybe you're counter trend, but just kind of two different styles, right? Breaking out and continuing, or reversal, right? Are you going to enter with a stop order or a limit order, right? Kind of two different styles. For me, the way that I trade ES here, you guys can hang out and actually just find out for yourself, but you'll see the way that I trade. It is not traditionally breakout with the immediate price action movement. It is more of that aggressive entry reversion style, where I would be entering with a limit order versus a stop order, right? Price comes down to my level, I want to get long. A stop order would be price comes down to your level, you want to get filled short to continue through that level. Buyers again off these 50s, man. Close to the 47.5, where we got a... Come on, man. Go and grab the 45 so I can jump in. Come on. Come on, ES. Don't mess with me here, man. Don't play with me, ES. What did I ever do to you, S&P 500? I thought we were friends. I thought we were boys. We hung out on the weekend and back tested. Crazy. Back to VWAP long. Cali Trader probably short to overnight high. You guys are completely split down the middle. It's long, short. Nobody. Yeah. See, that's the way this goes. Just for the record, for anybody watching this in the future or right now, it's not on one or the other. Everybody's split down the middle. Long versus short. We got great reasons too. Everybody made great reasons on here, right? You know, long back to VWAP, short overnight highs. It's probably short to overnight highs. Well, overnight, maybe long to overnight highs. You meant to say, or short through yesterday's overnight highs or something. Anyway, guys are all over the map. I'm sitting patient down here. I'm waiting for another wick down below here on ES. 45s. I'd like to see this traded out. We're getting close, but I'm looking long on this. I don't know that we just sell off all day and we have another huge down day. It certainly could happen. We could completely erase the move from yesterday, right? I'm not seeing that happen. Got a little bit of liquidity that just filled off the 47s there. If we do start to sell off, I mean, it could get pretty ugly. We are coming outside of this area consolidation by a pretty decent amount. We're trading into this level. These 35s, man. These 35s are a problem, which is another reason I want the 45s to get taken so I can get a stop loss way down here. I think if we don't find buyers here at all, right? Like looking at let's hop out to the 15-minute. Here we go. Trading the 47.5s. If we don't find buyers down here into the mid 30s, and we come through, I think we're headed all the way back down to 6,300. That's the next level that I'd be looking at for a larger down day. So here we go, trading the 45s. Getting ready to look at this long, guys. I just want to see if we can find some buyers down here. Just a little bit. No, I might try this aggressively. Try this nice and aggressively. Unless we come down to the 35s, man. I'm going to try this from down here, guys. I'm getting long. I'm long one from 46 and 3/4. I think we find buyers here. We find buyers into the 30s, or we don't find buyers at all. This one I'm going to have to run with a wider stop. Going to have to run with a wider stop. Waited patiently. I'm just eyeballing where exactly I want this stop loss to go. So that's definitely not going to go there. It's not going to go anywhere for that matter. I'm long one from 63, 46, and 3/4. Just really trying to frame this trade idea, right? Looking at the 15-minute, I do want this all the way down here. I don't love to give myself just one shot for the day, right? Because the $1,000 level is going to be the high end of the low end of my my daily loss limit, right? I really do like to have at least two $500 max trades, right? This way I don't unload all of my ammunition in one trade. But for this one, if we came down lower and I got stopped at 36, I don't really like that. So I think I'm going to have to start wide. I think I'm going to have to start wide on this one, and my stop is going to go at the 27s. We'll put it just under $1,000 worth of risk, because again, if we dip lower, I still think we could find buyers here, take everybody out that was getting long anywhere up here overnight, really come all the way down towards this level and then pop back up to really recover. But if we do come lower we go and trade the 27s, I think I'm dead wrong, and I think we're coming all the way down, like I said, to at least the 6,300s. I don't think that we find buyers here and then blast up, right? That would just be I'm getting long on a on a gnarly down day. So for those reasons, I'm long with a pretty wide stop, like a 20-point stop, 19-point stop. Yeah, 19.75 point stop. But yeah, this one I would hold on to. This one I would definitely hold on to. Definitely at least all the way back to that overnight low level. Probably back up towards above VWAP. But I could see this pulling back up to this area consolidation. This is a nice level to go and be traded. So I could see that one working out for a nice W. If we do come back up in my favor. You could even see us sweep back all the way up to those 80s. I think that would be really sweet. We still have... They moved around quite a bit that was up there, but we still have quite a bit up there, all the way up to the 6,400s. That would be a huge move. I'm not looking for a 55, 60-point move out of this, but could happen. Could happen. So that's going to be my play. That's going to be my play. That's what I got, chat. That's what I got. Probably then long, highs. David, good morning. What's up? What's going on? I'm going to leave this one on the 15. Just run this really nice and zoomed out wide. I like to trade off of the 1 minute, right? And I like to use price action market structure as we're coming into a level. But I decided to take this one nice and aggressively long from right up here. Again, nothing crazy. 1 mini. I'll trade 2+ with a tighter stop loss on a day where I don't need as much room. Would love to see us find buyers off of this level. Don't know if we're gonna. Let's see if that reversion style is just gonna kill me this week, man. We'll have to find out together. Live as always. Live entries, exits, right? Targets, stop losses, playing out in real time. Not hiding behind a trading view screen, saying I'm long, I'm short, or then not saying anything and then saying, oh, I got long, or oh, I got short, you know? None of that fun stuff that people love to pull. Still selling off so far. That's looking somewhat weak. Coming into some liquidity to the downside here. 63.40s potentially. Let's see. Still pushing lower for the time being, coming down towards these 40s. Long from yesterday, opening high range. Nope, just long off of the 45s. Waited for the 63.50s to get hit, pulled down to an area of high volume and quite a bit of liquidity. So that's the long play for me. That's the long play for me. Nice area consolidation on the chart. Not finding buyers yet, though. Not finding buyers whatsoever. But we'll see. Not every trade plays out in my direction so beautifully like we've seen on here. If I have to take the stop again today, I will take my stop on the chin. But stop loss for me doesn't get moved. Just talking about trade management. Stop loss for me on this trade, not going to get moved, right? No trade management in here as far as price is moving towards a stop. As we move into profit, two things you'll usually see me do: drag a stop loss into profit if we're moving by a considerable amount, or just look to limit out, get myself out at a level that I see fit. That's my play. Let's see. On the road, trying to catch giveaway if possible. Hit and miss. Yeah. We got, guys, we have, just so you guys know what we got going on later on today, is Funded Frenzy Week. We've got 50K straight to Funded Pro accounts to get given away here on these live streams. You guys hang out on the live stream. You're going to get yourself a chance to win a 50K straight to Funded on the stream. No purchase necessary. We're running these every damn day here on these live streams. As we are unfortunately watching this market continue to sell off here, not getting the reaction that I wanted to see off of these 50s really whatsoever, or the 45s down towards the 37s. We got liquidity down to the 32s. My stop's a little bit below that. For a reason, right? Area on the chart where I think if we just continue down lower below that, we are indeed just going to be selling off for the day, which could be the play, could absolutely be the move. But for me, I'm looking at this long back towards that area consolidation, potentially a nice recovery, and even a push back up towards those highs, putting in a bullish day. But not getting that just yet. So let the market do whatever it wants to do and go from there. You're a good sport, Zach. I'm throwing shit at the walls now, ready to turn off CNBC. Nah, don't do that. Listen, guys, like we talk about on here, do we need to do the mindset talk? I think so. I have no idea what's going to happen next in the market. And you know who else doesn't? Everybody involved. Not a single person knows with any real certainty, real degree of certainty, what's going to happen next, right? And you don't need to make money. We don't need to know what's going to happen on the next coin flip, right? We can't know. We know there's a 50-50 shot, right? But we don't know if that next one's going to be heads or tails. What we do know is if we flip the coin enough times over a large sample size, we would be right around half and half, heads and tails, right? That's the paradox that we're faced with in trading. That's what you have to remind yourself of when you're trading, right? You could have a beautiful strategy, right? Puts up great numbers, nice high win rate, nice high risk to reward. You're going to take L's. You're going to take multiple L's. And even with a nice high win rate strategy, you're going to have losing streaks. With a modest win rate strategy or a lower win rate strategy, you're going to have long losing streaks, right? 30, 40, 50, 60% win rate, somewhere in there. You got to be ready to come to the market day after day after day and end red, right? Because hopefully with a lower win rate, you have a nice positive risk to reward. And you know that over time, you're going to be able to make money in the long run because your winners are going to be larger than your losers, right? Maybe you do trade a negative risk to reward strategy and you win far more often than you lose, right? But you lose more when you lose and win less when you win. You're still going to take L's. So the thought process when I'm in a losing trade, right? When I hang out here and maybe unfortunately have to take an L, we don't know. We'll see. Start to find a little bit of buyers here off these lows. I try not to sweat it, right? I'm not happy about it. I'm not psyched when I come on here and I have to take an L, especially trading live. I want to go on the win streak, right? We want to run towards payouts and, you know, make money, right? Every damn day. But that's not how trading works. That's not how the markets work. And if you try to win every day, you're imposing an impossible, incorrect thought process and belief on the market, right? And that's not going to generate good trading. Your job is to wait for your edge to be present, a good way to structure risk, whatever your criteria to get involved in the market is. Put your trade on and then manage that trade however you decide you're managing that trade, right? Hopefully with some consistency day in and day out. As far as that next trade being a winner or a loser based on the market doing whatever it's going to do, that's not your responsibility, right? Your responsibility is to have an edge in the market over a large sample size of trades. So I try to think of things in those terms and recognize there's a really good saying. Losses are the business expense we have to pay in trading to make ourselves available for the wins. The L's that we have to take, are the business expense, right? We have to decide how much we have to put on the line, how much money we have to put on the line to decide if that trade is going to work out or not. That's the way that I think about trading. That's the way that I think about taking my stops, taking my wins, right? That's why you don't see me get too jacked up when I take W's. It's fun. Sometimes like on Friday, I fat finger something. It adds to the, to the anticipation of maybe it being a problem. But when I take L's, the same thing. I usually do it with, a pretty solid smile on my face where, I don't know exactly what's going to happen next, and I don't know which trades are going to be winners or losers, and I don't know what that series of trades is going to look like, right? If I have a 60% win rate, let's say over the next 10 trades, right? That's nice, and I have a 1.5 to 1 risk to reward, right? I'm going to make money over the next 10 trades if I could just stick to it. I don't know if I'm going to win 6 out of 10 and lose 4 out of 10. I don't know if I'm going to come to the market on Monday and lose, and Tuesday and lose, and Thursday and lose, right? Wednesday and lose, and Thursday and lose, and then on Friday win, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week win, right? There's a random distribution of those wins and losses. It doesn't go win, loss, win, loss, win, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, win. That it doesn't have a perfect distribution. It's random, completely random, right? That's the way the market functions. So if you can wrap your head around these things, Scott was a good analogy. If you can wrap your head around these things, I think you can focus on trading. You can focus on whatever tools you use, right? Because maybe you trade with a line chart and, Elliott waves or, Fibonacci or whatever it is. You can focus on those tools. You can focus on waiting for your edge patiently, right? And you can recognize that you don't know what's going to happen next at all on this individual next trade. You would like to, and maybe the market gives you an indication that one thing is more likely to occur than another, but you don't know with 100% degree of certainty what's going to happen next, right? Outside of the craziest idiot on X that I've ever seen, I don't like to use that term. I don't like to call people, I don't think he's an idiot, actually. I just think he's a straight up fraud scam person. But outside of one person that I've seen this week tweet that they have a 100% win rate approach, they have created a strategy that has a 100% win rate. Outside of that person, you're going to have to take L's, So you're going to have to become a good loser. You're going to have to be okay with that, unfortunately, difficult to deal with random distribution of wins and losses. And not get too jacked up when you win, right? So many guys, this goes the other way. You go on win streaks, right? You take Monday win, Tuesday win, Wednesday win. Now, all of a sudden, that risk management goes out the window. You're like, why would I even put a stop loss in? I'm going to win. Why would I trade with 1 mini when I can trade with 5? Why not max this bad boy out, right? You forget that it's a random distribution and you're going to eventually take the L, right? So for those reasons, it's important to stay right down the middle. As important as it is when you're taking an L. Unfortunately, like I'm watching this one come through the 35s. If we don't find buyers here, I think I'm getting cooked, and this is going to be a gnarly down day. But if you don't stay level-headed through your wins and losses, you're never going to make it. You're never going to be able to see your edge through. You're never going to be able to collect a large enough sample size because you're going to be jacking stuff up in between. You're going to jack it up when you win, jack it up when you lose. You got to lose for a while to really decide that something's wrong, that it's time to change something. You got to collect a large enough sample size. With trade management, with risk management, with all of that fun stuff. What's up, guys? Welcome. I see a couple people saying what's up in the chat. What's happening? I know what happens next. Learn from my mentor. Even he does. We just push just for fun. Yeah. That mindset of I know exactly what's going to happen. I know exactly where the market's going to reverse to the tick. That's just BS. It's just BS. There's not a single, professional real trader that would tell you that. They can tell you that, with a really high probability, with a really high percent, what is more likely to occur, right? But on the next individual, even if it's 95%, right? 95% of the time, you don't know when that 5% is going to come. You don't know when those 5 losing trades out of your 95 winners out of 100 sample size are going to come. That's the tough piece of this. It's one of the most difficult pieces in trading. Oh, excuse me. Nope, still selling off into the low 30s. Last ditch here to grab some of this liquidity at the 30s, not come down and stop me out at the 27s, but it's looking like it, chat. Unfortunately, looking like it's going to be an L. My stop loss is where it needs to be. I'm taking this trade every damn day of the week. But it looks like, unfortunately, when I take this one today, it's going to be the L. Aggressive selling pressure still continuing. We really came through everything to the downside, but we're just still finding sellers. No buyers showing up yet. Looks like we do want to just, at least for now, continue driving lower. Sell off through, buy off the open and sell off the open right in the direction of the immediate trend. The last 2 days would have played nicely. Not my style of trading, right? Not my entry criteria. Not something that I find that works very well day in and day out. But over the last 2 days, would have worked pretty nicely. But the good news is, for you guys, I take this L, we're going to run that giveaway. Somebody's going to get funded, and hopefully you trade it better than I did today. Nope, just continuing to drive lower. I'm watching this on Bookmap over on the right-hand side. 31s, 32s. We got a little bit of consolidation here, but I don't have much room now for a wick lower before a move up. Buy orders just continuing to fill the downside. We do have a continuing to decline cumulative volume delta, although not by an insane amount, given the price movement that we see in here. But this does look like, yeah, we're going to trade the 30s. Looks like we want to trade the 30s. My stop was where it has to be. We come through this area of high volume. We just continue lower. Maybe we pull back a little bit, but I'll have to watch what happens later in the day. But this looks ugly for sure. NQ with a similar movement here. Let's look at MNQ on a second screen. We'll have to see, chat. But as always, appreciate you guys hopping on. We got a bunch of people hopping on right now. Welcome to the show, everybody. Unfortunately, I got a trade running in drawdown, but that's what you're going to get out of me. You're going to get the W's running in profit in real time. And when we're taking L's, excuse me, as always, we ain't hiding those L's. We're going to show you those L's, right? A lot of them if we have to. Back-to-back L's. That's part of it. But while we're waiting, and we'll come back to this screen if I have to take the L, of course. Funded Frenzy Week is in full effect. We have a giveaway coming up in just a little bit on this stream. A form is going to drop in the chat. It is free to enter. If you want 5 times entries, you can subscribe to Kick. Kick subscribers do get 5 times entries, but no purchase necessary. This is for a $50K straight to funded account with Top 1 Futures. Shout out Top 1 Futures. If you want to check out Top 1 Futures yourself, I will link them in the chat right now. 55% off is still running. The prices, the opportunity, the ability to go directly to a funded account is sick in my humble biased opinion, but that's what it is. It's my humble biased opinion, right? I stand to make money from Top 1 Futures. I can't be unbiased. It's important for you to know that and for you to do your own research and make your own decisions, both in trading and with the prop firm that you want to trade with. But while we come back over and watch me take a stop out, unfortunately, we're gonna get this form ready to roll for you guys. Got a frustrating missed entry by a tick this morning, and then a full stop out. What a beautiful short this would have been on NQ had that filled. Part of the game, man. Market is not working with me at all this week. Worked with me very, very nicely. Yep, there's my stop out for 990 across 7 accounts. Part of the game, chat. Part of the game. So I think you guys know what time it's about to be. About to be giveaway time. Let me go ahead and get this one set up. Yep, all the way down through, traded all the way to my stop through the 30s. We'll see if we find any buyers down below this level, but this is just looking like a gnarly sell-off right off the open. Continuing to grind lower, not finding any buyers within here. We found a little bit off the 40s, but really just breaking out to the downside after testing VWAP off the open, and now just continuing lower. That's what we got out of the U.S. indices today. Trading the 63.26s. Not sure what I would look for the rest of the day. Maybe we pull an insane recovery, but at this point, I don't have a level that I'm looking for to the downside to get long on. That was, like I said, the full risk that I'm taking on these accounts. So that's going to be it on those ones. But part of the game. All right, guys. I think you know what time it is. Go ahead and smash the like button. We got 52 people on the live on YouTube. You guys got to at least run that up to like 40 likes. We're going to have to hit the like button today. You got, let's see, you have 150 people that cycled on and off. If not even all of you, but if most of you hit that like button, we'll drop a form to get somebody funded in chat right now. Like I said, guys, form is going to drop in chat. 1 entry per person. Don't do anything crazy. Don't spam the form. Don't fill it out 37 million times. Just go ahead and get 1 entry filled out, and we will get somebody funded here. We'll pick somebody randomly to get funded here. There we go. You guys are running it up on Kick. You can go ahead and follow if you want. You could throw the you could throw an emoji in chat. You could throw the thumbs up. You could spam the chat with something fun in Kick, since we can't do the like on Kick. Kaz Trades, no, we didn't do the giveaway just yet. We're getting ready to run it right now. Giveaway is coming up right now, guys. And if you don't win today, if you didn't win yesterday, remember, we got 50K accounts to give away every single day on the live stream this week. Shout out Top 1 Futures. If you want to check them out for yourself, you can. Link is in the chat. 55% off with code RDF. Remember, guys, do your own research. Decide for yourself what's a good opportunity and not a good opportunity. That's important. All right, we got 29 likes. You guys got to do a little bit better than that. I think you can run it a little bit better than that. And then we have the giveaway form ready to roll. We've got the Kick subscribers. If you are subscribed to Kick, you are getting 5 times entries to these free straight to funded account giveaways.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yep. Unfortunately, I had to take the L this morning, guys. ES, not finding any buyers all the way down through the 20s. Continuing to drive lower here, man. We had a dip right there in CVD and then a pop back up, but this is just looking weak, man. Maybe the 6300s, maybe all the way down here, right? That could be in store today. Fixing to find out. But you guys smashed the like button. Yeah, there you go. You did it. You did good. You did good, chat. Go ahead, smash the like button. We'll get this form to drop. Hang on, let me make sure this is loaded up, ready to roll. Because it's about to be giveaway time. We're about to get somebody funded here in chat with a straight to funded Sim Pro account. It's giveaway time, chat. Remember, 1 entry per person. No purchase necessary. If you subscribe to Kick, you get 5 times entries. You still only have to fill it out only 1 time. Don't spam it. Don't use your moms and your grandmas and your mothers and brothers' emails. It comes directly from Top 1 Futures. If you do that, the only thing you're guaranteeing is that you won't win today and you won't win tomorrow or any other day because I'm going to ban you from everything. Please don't do that. Don't ruin the fun. Here we go, guys. Form is live in the chat. Go ahead and get this one filled out. We will run the giveaway. We'll have some fun. Unfortunately, I'm 2 L's this week so far in the live streams. We'll see if we can't recover, man. But part of it, like we talked about, right? Part of it. Got to take your L's on the chin. Otherwise, it can really get tough for you. If you can't be a good loser in this game, probably not a good game for you to play. So we got the nice. You guys ran the likes up. We got the forums live. Go ahead and get that one filled out, chat. I see a couple responses starting to roll in. Once you do that, you can pick your lucky number. You can throw one choice of a lucky number. I would go between numbers 2 and 50, maybe 55, 2 and 55. I think that's going to be safe for today based on how many people we got on stream. For you guys in X who don't do a damn thing, nobody ever likes the X stream. Like not a single person today. It's so funny. I'm gonna throw the link in chat for you guys today here. Giveaway form. As the market is continuing to sell off, trading these 63.16s. There you go. This way you guys got it in on X as well. All right. Give you guys about 10 minutes to get this one filled out. 10, yeah, it's 10:50 right now. We'll give you guys about 10 minutes to get that bad boy filled out. As we are watching this market continue to just slowly grind lower here. What a well, let's go ahead and get this one fixed up. Hang on, chat. Nope, we're lagging here on Project X. We'll throw this one up. It's giveaway time. Form is pinned in the chat. Let me refresh Project X over here. Ooh, we're not loading for me. I don't like that. I don't like that, Project X. Project X working for you guys on Top on Futures or even another firm? Because it's not loading up for me. There we go. Now it's loading up for me. Cool.
Order filled.
All right, chat. Let's see what we got rolling here. Let's see what we got rolling here, chat. You guys got the giveaway form rolling. Damn, you guys spam the hell out of the chat here. All right. Let's see what we did here. We got a whole bunch of numbers in the chat. Remember, guys, pick one number. One number. I wish X would glitch me back. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? All right, guys. I see you guys spamming numbers in the chat. Very nice. You got about, let's say about 5 minutes. I'm not going to drag this one. Unfortunately, took my L. I'm going to take it on the chin and move on. I'm watching this market. Here, I'll show you guys on Bookmap. I'm watching this market kind of start to find some buyers now. I mean, nowhere near my entry. Up in the 40s. We sold all the way off. Didn't come down and hit the 6300s, which I think could be an interesting spot. We had some buy orders, as you can see, get moved around down here on the book. Do we start a V-shaped recovery down here? Do we start to find some buyers down here? Maybe. Nothing too interesting on NQ until we get really zoomed in. 23 150s that we're coming to grab again, since we were already down below that. This is just weak, man. Weak. Slowly grinding lower. Really popped at the open, back to VWAP, and then no pullback. Just a nice slow grind lower. So interested to see what happens for the rest of the day. I'll keep you guys updated. I might come back in for Power Hour. We might get something fun running later into the afternoon today. But off the open, waited for my entry, and unfortunately got cooked. Got cooked. Nice. You guys were telling me that Project X is working. Cool. All right, guys. We got 5 minutes. We will go ahead and get the giveaway rolling. Got a bunch of people that got it filled out. Appreciate you guys for hopping on as always. I'm going to be nice and tag my Discord. Let them know. Oh. All right, chat. Let's see what we got rolling here. Chat. To the person that's spamming the YouTube chat, you, Tom, only pick one number. Pick one number. Delete all the other ones that you picked. Pick one number, guys. You pick your lucky number. The deal is, if you pick your number and that's the number that gets called, you win a bonus cash giveaway. Proclaim him the VWAPs. What now? Long back to VWAP. Let's call Austin. Yeah. They probably would have been short off of VWAP today. Maybe. If they won, they'd be short off of VWAP. Either long through or short off of. Here, let's make sure that we don't have any ads running on this. We got ads paused. All right. Let's see. The Discord link, send it to me. Yeah, it's through Whoop, David. So here, ready? I'll throw the link on here. The Discord runs through Whoop. It is 100% free. I don't have a paid Whoop on there. I don't have a paid anything. If you guys don't know, I run this bad boy free 99. Here is the link to my free Discord. 100% free trading Discord. It requires an email. That's pretty much it. Here it is for you guys in Kick. More than happy to have you in there. You can stay updated. Every once in a while, I do like what I did just now, and I call out when the giveaway's rolling. But for the most part, talk trading. You get some additional trades outside of what I got going on live. Maybe that I'm yapping about. Talking about the market, talking about risk management, mindset, everything in between. News, all that fun stuff. You can know when the live schedule is. All that good stuff. All right, chat. We are getting ready to run the giveaway here. Let's get this link up and running. Going to give you guys about 2 more minutes to get this filled out. We're coming up on 11 a.m. Market trying to find some buyers down here. Slowly drift higher off of these lows in the U.S. indices, but it's not too convincing yet. Give you guys about 2 more minutes. There we go. We got the latecomers rolling in. Again, form is pinned in the chat, or it's the last comment in the chat. You guys should be able to find it pretty easily. This is for a 50K straight to funded Sim Pro account with Top 1 Futures. Shout out Top 1 Futures. Again, I'll show this one while we're hanging out, waiting. If you want to check out Top 1 Futures, you don't want to wait for a giveaway. You don't want to do any of that stuff. Code RDF is going to get you 55% off all accounts, including the instant funded accounts, the end of day trailing drawdown, clean max loss limit, clean take profit. Solid, really solid in my humble opinion. But I'm biased. I stand to make money from code RDF and the link, right? So do your own research, make your own trading decisions, decide if it's a good deal for you, decide if it's a good opportunity for you personally. And it's Funded Frenzy Week, which means we got giveaways every damn day here on the live streams. Kick 5 times entries for Kick subscribers. All right, let's try to get this ready and rolled up. Ready to roll, finish it up. Ready and rolled up. Ready and finished up. Let's go. We got we got a bunch of people still rolling in, so I'll give you guys another minute. We'll start to get everything set up. Let's see. Nice. You guys don't look like you spammed it. That is good. All right, we got the random number generator. You guys want to do the duck race? I actually looked at the duck race yesterday. The random duck race selector. Hang on one second. The only thing is, I can't put everybody's names on here, and you don't know what your numbers are until I tell you, so I don't know that this is helpful. But there's a random duck race that like seemingly everybody likes to do for their giveaways. Let me see if I can get this loaded up. Well, maybe we'll do it today. Yeah, you know what I'll do? We'll do the duck race, and as the ducks start to take the lead, I will tell you what number is what duck. We'll do the duck race today. Here we go. Numbers. So far, we got between numbers. Yeah, this is going to be 1 to 58 now. We got 58 on the board. Let me just see what this looks like. Yeah, we'll do the duck race for you guys. All right, yeah, we'll call it out. This will be fun. Let me come back to the beginning. All right, we'll do a 90-second duck race. Here we go, guys. Let's get this ready to roll. It's gonna be the duck race. This is a random number selector, but just done by way of a duck race. Let's see. We have 60 people, so we're gonna have to up this by a little bit. There we go. Hang tight. Hang tight. All right. I'm gonna get ready to finish this off. So, guys, go ahead. If you haven't filled out the form, get your form filled out. Last chance. Last chance, last chance, last chance. All right, we are ending accepting responses to the form. Okay. We got between numbers 2 and 60, because technically... Oh, no, I can make number 1 one of the extra ones. Okay, that's cool. We got number 1 loaded up also. So we got numbers 1 to 60 on the duck race, ready to roll. Can we get ready to go? Is it going to work? Oh, we got a duck race rolling today, chat. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be good. I like this. I like this, chat. All right. You got your lucky number picked in the chat. Remember, only pick one number. If you picked more than one number and you win, you're not going to get the bonus cash giveaway. Let's get ready to roll. We're having some fun today. I'm going to go and start this bad boy up. All right. I'll call out who's in the lead. We got number 45. Number 45 is Neo. Neo is number 45. And number 1, we got a bonus one. Number 1 is Andrew. We got number 20 is Azia, A-Z-I-A. Let's see, 42, making a push for the lead. 42 is Karam, K-A-R-A-M. 54 is up front. 54 is David. 13, let's see, with the duck noises and everything. 13 is Caleb. 28 is Kara or Kazra. Kaz, oh, there it is. Kaz Trades. Number 12 is up front. John, number 43, making a run for it as well. Number 43 is Foldy. Let's see. Number 12 hanging out front. John M. Might be making a run for this one. I don't know. We got 27. Looks like in second place. 25. Oh, man. I don't know. 7 coming from behind. Pretty close there. All right, guys. 15 seconds left. Number 43 is Foldisa. I'm sorry I can't say your name correctly. Number 38 is Gabor. G-A-B-O-R. Oh, no. 43 running away with it. Wait a minute. 43 died. What happened? 13 going for the lead. 13 is the winner. We got John M. was out front and then came back. John M., you are the winner of a $50K straight to funded account. I don't know, guys. Do you like the duck race? Somebody let me know in the chat if you guys like the duck race. That's actually hysterical. I think we might have to do the duck race from now on, guys. Do you guys like the duck race for the random number selector? You know, please let me know. We can run this one. But John, if you're on here, it's JNRVING is your YouTube username. Kick username, same username. Oh, Johnny. Are you on Kick? Are you on YouTube? Let's see if we got someone here to claim this one, man. John, the suspense. That was fun. I like the duck race. Duck race rules. Yes. Okay. Guys, we're running the duck race every day from now on. I think that's going to be part of the live stream. Yeah, we got a unanimous vote for yes on the duck race. We are definitely going to do it. You know what I could do next time? Without doxing everybody, I will give you guys the list. I will give you guys what your numbers are. I can do that. The England Duck won. Yeah, England Duck won. Yeah, everybody loves the duck race. All right, we're definitely going to run the duck race. Again, congrats. Oh, there you are, John, in the chat. There we go. What's up? He's here. John is the winner of the 50K Straight to Funded Pro. John, you're going to get an email from Top One Futures after this. John, what number did you pick? Let's see. Did you throw a number in the chat, John? Because you were number 13. Let's see if you called out something earlier here. We spammed the chat with Elizabeth. Looks like she called out number 13. Wolf called out number 13. JP called out number 13. Damn. You guys went unlucky number 13 for this one today. Let's see. No, I don't know that you called out a number, John. If you do, I don't see it. Awesome, guys. Listen, that was fun. Unfortunately, I had to take the L. The market looks like it is recovering. Looks like we are getting some buyers. I wouldn't say recovering. We are, we're 60 ticks off this low, 15.5 points here on ES. Interesting. Let's see if I could pull this up. Take a look at what the market's got for us into the afternoon here. This is my L from this morning. One L getting long. Did not find any buyers off of this level in here. Had to come all the way down outside of this area of volume. All the way down into yesterday's range, man. Traded all the way down to the low was 63.15.5. Finding some buyers off of this. Starting to get a little bit more positive on the CVD, or a little bit less negative, I should say. About 3,000 off of the low. NQ recovering as well. NQ traded down to the 23,140s, all the way back up to the 200s, trading above the 23,200s. So we'll see if we find some buyers here. Somewhat slow moving off of these lows. Maybe this feels like the V-shaped recovery. I wouldn't be surprised today. I don't know that we don't come back down here, sweep lows one more time, trade towards the 6,300s before we come back up towards VWAP. But buyers are trying to drag this thing higher. I don't know what I would have for a later trade today, but I'll probably hop on a live session if I do. Like I talked about, I want to mix in more live sessions. It's Funded Frenzy Week. That was fun, guys. The duck race is very fun. We will be giving away more accounts on these live sessions every single day. You might want to hop on the next one because we got more accounts to get given away. Shout out John for being the winner. Shout out all you guys for being here. Shout out Top One Futures. Again, I'll plug them one more time. If you want to check them out, Top One Futures is still running the 55% off all accounts, including the instant funded accounts with code RDF. Quick disclaimer, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Trading's risky. Most traders do lose money. Make sure you do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Nothing I say or do here or anywhere else is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that I was just talking about that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top One Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Talk to you guys soon. Hope to see you in Discord. I will throw the Discord link in here one more time. Had a couple people ask me for that. One more time. Duck sounds in the background goes hard. Yeah, we got duck sounds in the background today. We're just going to leave that running. Free Discord is in the chat. 100% free. Not a VIP feeder program. No course. None of that fun stuff. You guys want to hop in there. You can stay updated on all the fun stuff we got going on. And as always, me showing you what my trading looks like 100% free. Real trading wins, losses, unfortunately, like we saw today, but that's part of the game. I'll always show you what that looks like for me. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for being here. Having an awesome week. We got Duck Race loaded up. We'll see if we don't have another winner. Maybe later today. I don't know. Maybe later today we run another Duck Race. I don't know, guys. Maybe tomorrow. We'll have to see. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for being here, and I will see you in chat.